We are once again gathered for Shivaratri, but now it is not at Ratri, come after some time. The significance of Shivaratri, somebody asked me today in the morning, what is Tandava Nritha and why is Shiva dancing away? Tandava Nritha. Someone also said dance and music, so on. So, first Shiva. Shiva is the symbol of all that we can think of on the spiritual journey to perfection. Shiva is Shankara. Even Shankara in the Sanskrit dictionary means auspiciousness. Shiva is also auspiciousness. Mangalam is a substitute for it. Prasadam is peace. So these are all interlinked words. Prasadam is not the banana that you eat. It's the peace, prasada, that comes when blessings are from the Most High. So, Shivam is the all-pervading supreme reality whose quality is consciousness, bliss and auspiciousness. So, after midnight begins a new day because Shiva finishes his dance of destruction. Now this dance of destruction is actually a very auspicious thing. It's not so terrible as one sees it from outside. The dance of destruction is actually a renewal where the old is destroyed and the new takes place. The new comes up. Now, the quality of Shivam, which is also in us, the innermost depths of our consciousness, the essence of our consciousness is Shivam. Therefore, when it is said, Chidananda Rupam Shivoham Shivoham, it means that supreme reality whose spark is inside me, which is supreme auspiciousness, is of the form of Chit, consciousness, Ananda, bliss, endless bliss. I am of the real form of Shiva, which is auspicious, all-pervading reality. This is Shiva. So when Shankara, who is a representative form of that supreme being, dances his dance of destruction, the Tandava Nritha, it is said the entire universe shakes and shivers and everything falls to pieces. Things are thrown around. Even the Ganas of Shiva run away and hide because of the terrible commotion that is caused. This is the renewing and destructive aspect of divinity that you see every day in the outside world and the inner world. As far as action on the outside world is concerned, we can do nothing. We can only protect ourselves or run for fear or try to help those who suffer. Beyond that, we can't do a thing. But when this turmoil takes place within, when the dance of destruction of Shiva takes place in our hearts, then much of the old is destroyed. And what is the old thing that is destroyed? It cannot be our grey hairs, because even after that they still remain. The most dangerous and the most almost concrete obstacle to understanding oneself and moving towards total freedom is our ego. It is this that makes us hang back and not be able to proceed forward. And at every step it comes up. You have to just watch. The ego, everybody has an ego, nobody can be free of ego. I'm talking about the negative ego, which thinks that it is the greatest, I am the biggest, there is nobody to beat me, whatever I think is right, the walls that I have built are stronger than steel, the securities which I have made cannot be broken by anybody. When I say something, I should be respected. All these aspects of the ego are churned up, broken and thrown to bits in the thing called the Tandava Nritha. It's a frightening dance. It's very frightening to come face to face with oneself, because we have so many dangerous elements lying in our minds, in our egos. We don't see them, but symbolically on the night when Shiva does his Tandava, they are all brought to the front and broken to bits. And when they are broken to bits, what remains? Only the peace and blissfulness of the essence of consciousness. This is the meaning of the Tandava Nritha. It's also during this period that Shiva opens his third eye. Now some people call it Jnana Drishti, the eye of wisdom. Some call it Samhara Drishti, the eye of distraction. How? The story of Kamadeva, when all the desires put together in the form of a deity, is called Kamadeva. Shiva is the only symbol of divinity which cannot be distracted or moved by this form of desire. Kamadeva is the supreme form of desire. I think if normal person comes face to face with Kamadeva, he would very much want Kamadeva to be with him forever. Because Kama is that with which we live and move forward. Now in Shivam's case, in the case of Shankara, Kamarupa is to be broken down, and one sees beyond the desire, beyond even the impulse of desire. So when Shiva opens his third eye, it means his eyes are closed to the outside world and open to the inner world of love, compassion, goodness, self-sacrifice, breaking up the ego. This is the meaning of the opening of the third eye of Shiva. And Shivam, as I said earlier, represents auspiciousness in its full manifestation. Why auspiciousness in its full manifestation? Because all that does not contribute to one's fulfillment and bliss, peacefulness and tranquility is eliminated at one stroke by the dangerous dance of Shiva. So anyone who seriously wants to walk on the spiritual path has to begin to embrace this destructive dance of Shiva. If we think we will keep everything that we have and still find Shiva, it's impossible. When it happens, all other things are put in the back burner. The most important thing is that. When the most important thing is that, then all other things are secondary in nature and therefore are not so important for us. Which is why Shiva is considered to be the simplest of deities, who can be what shall we call, invoked simply by pouring a little bit of cold water and 3 bilva leaves. It doesn't demand anything else. Now this bilva leaf is actually the offering of all our life, and the water that we pour is the water of life itself. So if both these can be offered to Shiva, people think it's so simple, get some water from the tap and pass on a bilva leaf and Shiva is happy. Well, we are happy that we think Shiva is happy. But the real thing is to completely surrender oneself to that flow of the water that comes from up above. The Shivalinga is there, they say, always have water dripping on it from the top as a constant abhisheka going on. The real meaning of this, according to the Raja Yogis, is that inside the Sahasrara Chakra, in the center is the point which is called the Brahmarandra, the doorway of the Brahman. When one enters through that, one comes face to face with that which we call Shivam, the Linga. And constantly, in the highest state of meditation, Amrita drips on to that Linga, constantly. And what the yogi tastes is the thing that flows down and comes from it. Anyone who has touched the Amrit, even a drop of it or half a drop of it, becomes so intoxicated and filled with the joy of Shivam that nothing in this world is of any attraction to him. Doesn't mean he need to run away from the world. He may be in the world. Good may happen, bad may happen, things may change, the cycle may go on. But he realizes that he is free of all this and is part of that all-pervading Shiva. All this is the inner significance of Shivaratri.